Welcome back to UK Knowledge Guru. In this video, I will guide you how to visit UK as a creative professional from European Union or United States of America. We also call them non-visa national countries. So this is the updated guidance. It was updated on 24th of July 2024. As per this guidance, you can visit UK for 30 days, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. They have created, so this content is from the gov.uk website. This is the only genuine website. So I'll show you a summary table which is provided by the Home Office. As per this summary table, they have showed you the three options. Number one, permitted paid engagement, creative worker visa concession, visit the UK as a standard visitor. So if you are coming from EU or United States of America as a creative worker, as an artist, as a musician, this video is for you. So the first option is duration is first 30 days of visit for up to 3 months if you wanted to come, and if you wanted to come for 6 months, then you will apply for UK standard visitor visa. Now, who we are talking about? So if you are coming on permitted paid engagement, a professional creative undertaking an activity directly related to their profession, if invited by the UK based creative organization, agent or broadcaster, you will apply for permitted paid engagement visa. If you are coming for up to 3 months, non-visa national creative worker. A creative worker is someone who can make a unique contribution to UK rich culture life. For example, this could be an artist, dancer, musician, entertainer, or a model contributing to the UK fashion industry. If you are coming for 6 months, then artist, musician, entertainer coming to the UK to undertake activity connected to the arts and performing arts, including amateur artist and professional artist. So if we go down, they have also showed us activities permitted. So if you are coming on permitted paid engagement visa, you don't need, no formal sponsorship is required. Okay. But if you are coming for 30 days creative worker concession visa, then work for their sponsor in the job described in their certificate of sponsorship. Work in a second job for up to 20 hours per week if it is on the shortage job occupation list. There is a separate video on my channel about shortage occupation list. You can see that. In the third one, no formal sponsorship is required. Perform as an individual, part of a group. Take part in competition and auditions. Make personal appearances and take part in promotional activities. This is the third one. Payment wise, payment permitted. You are allowed to get paid. You are also allowed to get paid for the creative concession 30 days visa. For standard visitor visa, it clearly says unless the applicant performing at a permit free festival, beyond payment beyond prize money and expenses is not permitted. So this clear guidance explains about the, if you are coming for the 6 months visa. Okay. Now the cost of this. So non-visa national do not need to pay for this route. You don't pay any fees for the permitted paid engagement visa. For 30 days, your sponsor may need to pay for a certificate of sponsorship. Non-visa national do not need to pay for this route. So for example, obviously for EU, for US, you don't pay any fees when you are coming to the country. Okay. Visa national list. If we wanted to see that, we can see that. If we open a new tab, we can see the list. So this is the list. National or citizen of the following countries, indicate there are exceptions. So if you are coming from the following countries, you will see the name over here. All these countries needs the visa. If your country name is not on this list, then obviously you don't need. So there is an exception as well. So they have updated this. So you can obtaining electronic waiver. So this is the updated guidance. You can see that they have changed so much. So before travel, make sure you check which country you are coming from and whether you need a visa or not. Again, I'll say that this guidance was given on 24th of July 2024. So this is the updated guidance. Okay. So again, if we go down, activities we have discussed, cost we have discussed, requirement. Okay. Requirement prior to entering the UK. Engagement must be arranged before travel, declared as part of the application and evidenced by formal invitation. If you don't have invitation, you might get into trouble at the borders, okay? Because now they do ask why you are traveling to UK. And if you tell them that you are coming for the paid engagement, for concert or anything, they might ask you for the formal invitation. And you are allowed to do that within first month. Creative worker must have a certificate of sponsorship that has been assigned by a sponsor who is licensed by the Home Office before they seek entry to the UK. There must be no more than 14 days between engagement in the UK. Time spent outside the UK during these 14 days will not be counted. If you are traveling to the UK from Ireland using Creative Worker Visa concession, you must apply remote clearance at least 72 hours before you arrive in the UK. Okay? For 6 months visitor visa, applicant must have a passport or travel document that is valid for the whole of their stay in the UK. If you are coming for 6 months, you must have a valid passport, okay? Make sure. Now, borders requirement. This is also very important. So, on paid engagement, applicant must provide a valid passport. The applicant passport should be valid for the whole of their stay in the UK. So, if your passport is about to expire and you're planning to renew it in the UK, don't do that because they won't let you in, because the condition says it should be valid whole of their stay. Whether you say that I'll go inside and then in the UK I'll renew it, they won't accept that. Okay. Applicant must be able to demonstrate activity if their full-time profession. Applicant must be able to demonstrate that they meet the eligibility requirement, the standard visitor route. So standard visitor route is that you don't have any criminal conviction, you will leave the UK at the end of the trip. For 30 days concession visa, the requirements for the border is applicant must have a valid passport, travel document which satisfactorily establishes their identity and nationality. The applicant passport should be valid for the whole of their stay in the UK. Applicant will need to present their certificate of sponsorship number to border force officer. If their sponsor has not certificate maintenance on their certificate of sponsorship. Okay, what does this mean? There is a section in your certificate of sponsorship that your sponsor will look after your maintenance. If it says yes, then that means they will look after. If it says no, then applicant will need to show that they have enough money to support themselves and any dependent traveling with them. As a standard is £1,270 at the moment. Now, border requirement for 6 month visitor visa must have a valid passport. Applicant passport should be valid for the whole of their stay. Applicant must be able to demonstrate again the same standard eligibility requirement. Okay, eligible for using e-passport gates. So yes, for the permitted paid engagement. As a standard visitor, you are able to use e-passport gates, but no for the, because you must see the border force officer and present your certificate of sponsorship. That's important. That's why they won't let you do that. But for a visitor visa, yes, standard visitor are able to the e-passport gate. That will possible. Okay, age restriction for permitted paid engagement must be 18 year or over. Okay, for creative concession visa, no minimum age requirement. Additional requirement must be met. Creative worker under 18. So if you are traveling under 18, you must have someone who can look after you. For standard visitor visa, no minimum age. Additional requirement must be again you must have someone who's coming with you. Okay, now let's discuss dependents permitted to accompany applicant. So if you are coming on a permitted paid engagement, a standard visitor partner and children may accompany them on this route. However, they must also meet the requirement of the standard visitor route. So for example, you have a nationality as well, EU, etc. A creative worker partner and children may accompany them on this route. However, they must also meet their requirement. Again, it's the same. And same for the standard visitor, 6 months. Okay, staff permitted to accompany applicant. So if you have a staff, this is the guidance for it. I won't go in detail because that's something extra. So this guidance was updated on 24th July 2024. So you make sure before you travel, you check this guidance. I'll put this link in the description as well. visiting the UK as a creative professional from non-visa national country. Okay.